Welcome. It is I, the one who started it all. Here for another segment of Lyric Decoder. And the song that I am going to be decoding is When I Grow Up, sung by Garbage. Not the Pussycat Dolls version, Garbage. I'm going to skip, and for those of you who happen to know the song, awesome, great. One of my favorite songs. And I'm going to decode it. I am going to skip the intro because it just simply goes ba 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 ba. So I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip that and dive right into it. Okay. Cut my tongue out. I've been caught out like a giant juggernaut. Happy hours and golden showers on a cruise to freak you out. So basically, in this verse, in this part right here, she's basically saying, I've been caught up in this party lifestyle, hence happy hours and, on a course to freak you out. So other words, typical young stuff, growing up, having fun, partying out, not really thinking about the consequences kind of thing. We can fly a helicopter, nothing left to talk about. Entertain you, celebrate you, I'll be back to frame you. So in other words, it's more like, let's take this to new heights, like we got nothing left to talk about. Let's just go for it. Let's just do it, entertain, let's celebrate. Let's entertain you, I'll be back to frame you. So obviously she's talking about a relationship she has here. When I grow up, I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables. So she's basically saying, I'll grow up when I'm good and ready. And when I do grow up, I'll be stable. Trust me, I'm just trying to get this out of my system. When I grow up, I'll turn the table. So basically, you want me to go how you want to go about. You want me to grow up in the way you see what is fit for me to grow up. But you know what? No, I'm going to turn the tables. I'm going to grow up unconventionally in a way that I see fit. And when I do grow up, I'll be stable. Trying hard to fit among you, floating out to Wonderland. Unprotected, got I'm pregnant. Damn the consequences. So basically, despite her party-going ways, she tries to fit among the people. But she just can't help to go floating into Wonderland, being in her own world. So, I try hard to fit among you guys, but I'm in my own little world and it seems a lot more fun than around you guys. And then realizing that because of her shrewdness and party-going ways, she has become pregnant. So now she's I'm pregnant, damn the consequences. So despite being pregnant, she's still going to live her life, but hopefully she does take responsibility of her actions, which may be on the way. When I grow up, I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll when I grow up, I'll turn the tables, So, like that says, growing up is supposed to bring people into a period where we stand up by themselves and about revolutionizing things. But even as you become an adult, it's hard to actually be mature and manage all this. So yeah, it happens. What can you do? You're in. You say you're in control. You say you're more mature, but then again, it's like she's laughing at the whole notion of what it is to be a grown up. What you got to do. Things like that. Like I said before, she's going to do her own thing. She's going to grow up in the way she feels like, not just what they say. Interlude is basically ba 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 ba. Now we're on to verse 3. Blood and blisters on my fingers. Chaos rules when we're apart. Watch my temper, I'll go mental. I'll try to be gentle. So blood and blisters on my fingers. She's basically working. She's hustling, She's doing everything she can to take care of, this child while trying to still be herself. Chaos rules when we're apart. So she's on her own. She's on her own doing what she has to do. Watch my temper, I'll go mental. So basically, the restlessness of what she's saying. So from the restlessness of the phase of youth, it's, the whole tone of being immature and spiteful at the same time. So, basically, continuing to dream of things and not giving up. And, it's like that whole quote that says sometimes the force of the world hold us back a bit, but not forever. Now, they hold us back for a while, but not forever, So basically the whole growing up and trying to be mature, trying to be an adult, but yet not feeling like an adult, and trying to do what it means to be a grown-up, yet still trying to be you while taking on the responsibilities of what being an adult is. In this case, she's a mother now, and she's got to do right by this kid, but also trying to do her best to be her. When I grow up, I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables. Don't take offense, I can make amends. Rip it all to shreds and let it go. Don't take offense, can I make amends? I'll rip it all to shreds before I let it go. Rip it all to shreds before I let it go. Rip it all to shreds before I let it go. Rip it all to shreds before I let it go. So basically, in order to grow up, basically she's saying in order to grow up, she has to let go of her old self and all the things she's done. So basically, can I make amends? Don't take offense, can I make amends? So can I make amends with all the stuff that I've done before so I can let go to be now? She doesn't want to let it go, but she kind of knows she has to. She kind of feels like she has to, rip it all to shreds before I let it go. Rip it to shreds and so forth. So, can I really let it go? Can I rip it all to shreds, be at peace of ripping it all to shreds, and then be able to let it go? So she's trying to hold on to it, but yet trying to, quit being immature and just do what she has to do while still being herself. So I feel like you can be yourself while you're growing up, but also be sure that you maintain your priorities. Like with me, I make sure that everything, a lot of people don't understand this, but before I do anything, I make sure that my bills are paid before I go and buy things, before I put a certain amount into my savings. Before I do anything, I make sure all the bills are paid first. Once all the bills are paid first, once all my responsibilities are taken care of, that's when I can do my own stuff. I'm working for a living. I'm not living to work. I'm working for a living so I can do what I need to do. From making sure that the bills are paid and everything. Like, let's say if I need money for gas, or let's say there's something that came up, at least I have the money to pay for it. Hence, money can't buy happiness, but it sure as hell buys out of unhappiness. And with that, it's able to help me be able to help me take on my responsibilities so that I can do what I would like to do without feeling the chaos of life and feeling like, okay, I gotta hustle because of, okay, what do I do now? Like, this is the consequence of not doing what I need to do, not watching what I'm doing. So basically, that's what growing up is about when I grow up. So basically, she's saying, when I grow up, I'll be stable. I'm going to live my life in the way I see it. So that way, when I grow up, I can make amends. I can let it go, rip up whatever I need to rip up to shreds, and be able to be at peace and content with the way I see what growing up is. So that's what the song is, When I Grow Up. When I see golden showers, happy hours, golden showers, it's like I'm celebrating. We get to celebrate and have fun. Although there is a rather rated R meaning behind golden showers, which is goes along the lines of a fetish. I'm not going to get into details like that, but depending on the person, how you see it is all on you. Like I say, I see it like a celebration. You know how like the what was it? The confetti, the golden confetti. You're having fun and it kind of like showers over you and things like that. That's how I see it. I don't see the other thing, but then again, that's how I see it. I'm pretty sure other people can see the other thing. I don't, but that's what it is. Happy hours, golden showers on a cruise to freak you out. So, yeah, there you go. That is another segment of Lyric Decoder. Decoding the message behind Garbage's song When I Grow Up. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm like her. When I grow up, I'm sure I'll be stable. Yeah. And when I grow up, out of all the things I would like to do when I grow up, or I would like to be